after a brief scare over whether we were streaming on the right channel, we are live, for sure, right now.
Oh, wait, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? We don't want to bring this in.
Do you want to, what, do you want to just do it again?
No.
Well, now it's too late. Now we're just going to go for it.
Late.
Welcome back to another episode of Not Another Podcast, starting as flawlessly as usual. We are joined by a very special guest today. Yaysian, our friend Josh, is here.
What up, boy?
Hey guys, how you doing? My name's Josh.
There's another man here too.
We
playing
have
some DNF, not DFO, because he's a nerd.
Wait, what's the difference between DNF and DFO?
Well,
DNF is the Korean version, so it's the most updated version.
DFO's for us filthy plebs that don't speak Korean.
It's literally DFO is 6 months behind.
Yes.
Every single time.
Exactly 6 months.
Why?
Which is better than most games right now.
But what is it with like Korean MMOs? Like they get localized, they always do,
Right.
Yeah.
but they're always either significantly behind, have way worse servers, have way worse like monetization. Why is it like every time?
Because the localization process is way easier on like the workload than it is to just literally, because when you're talking about like Neeple's a strange situation. For them it doesn't make sense because of the fact that like they specifically are running their own game now. It used to be that Nexon was running it.
Yeah, fucking God bless.
Yeah, fucking God
Holy
bless.
shit.
Thanks Nexon for nothing. But then like Neeple turned around and they realized that people were still playing both ARAD and fucking DNF like out the wazoo and said, we'll bring back a global version, and they had like a whole Facebook event and a bunch of people said yeah, and they brought it onto Steam and that gave it a surge of life too. So now DFO is like back, but it's like a global version. It used to just be like North American, and that's really bad because a lot of people who are playing fucking DFO are from the Philippines and like Southeast Asia.
Yo, that's that big facts right there. Though.
Yeah.
They love that shit.
Yeah. So like almost every fucking free-to-play Korean MMO you see coming out, almost always like they're saying, hey, is there gonna be a fucking version where we can play in like Thailand or like, you know, places like that.
Well,
So yeah, I think it's just because of the fact that like it's easier to kind of med out content that way, and
rather than
localization-
exposing everybody to everything all at once.
Right, and localization is already a fucking infinitely god-awful task to take care of. Imagine doing that for a consistent MMO. Like, you do not have a team.
We'll get PSO too soon.
Huh?
We're almost there.
That's a pretty good joke, man.
We're almost there.
Oh
It's
man,
so
I remember
close.
back in 2014, 2015, when that shit was still announced. They're like, "Yep, U.S. servers are in development. We will have them next year." And then the year after that,
Josh,
the year
there
after
was
that
a-
kept happening.
Josh, there was a fucking version. There was a demo.
No, I know, yeah.
That wasn't fucking translated by the community. It was totally a Sega demo at PAX, and people said, this is a video game, and Sega said, yeah, maybe.
I don't fucking get it, bro. Because they've already like fucking like went balls deep on like letting all like the foreigners play the.
Yeah, no, they know.
They
We've gone
know
over
exactly
this.
what the fuck's up, bro.
Right, we've gone over this. I think PSO2 is like a huge mainstay because it's always like, at least in this podcast, it's always like, please Sega, just release PSO3.
It's probably every other podcast PSO finds its way in somehow.
Yeah.
And like I didn't even really play it that much. That brief like little period that we tried to get back into it.
Well, 'cause
but I still want it.
Yeah,
like,
it's PSO3.
I want everybody else to have it.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I want it for the people, you know.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Understandable.
But this is I think the very first podcast where we actually have our guest in house with us.
So he won't disconnect from the Discord.
There will be
and if
no-
he
Oh,
does,
so last time we had Jarrell, it was over Discord.
Oh, we never had Jarrell on here.
No, Jarrell
joined us for
showed up
E3.
Oh, okay.
And the audio setup was actually worse.
Oh, wow.
Which is very surprising. So
yeah.
if this podcast sounds a little different, that's why I'm working on getting multiple, audio microphones working at once. Our mixer.
Mine, man. I didn't know you didn't have another mic.
It's not an issue with the mic, it's an issue with the interface not having like enough inputs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and just pick up a bunch of XLR to 1/4 inch stuff so we can have 2 mics, 2 headsets.
Yep.
Until I get a better mixer. But I didn't have time to run out and do that today, so instead, everybody gets this.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hopefully you'll be hearing us in beautiful, crisp 1080p, 60 FPS,
60.
44, 100.
I can't wait till you hear me at 60 frames, boy.
Yep. I want you to hear every frame of this luscious voice right now.
Yo, if my little brother actually shows up, you want to hear some luscious ass fucking voices.
Oh boy.
People are gonna, Triple X, Max Triple X.
Oh, no.
He sounds like that.
Oh,
Sometimes
no.
my interface will make my voice way deeper on like Discord and stuff. There's a man who can do that in real life.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out who the fuck he is, but like...
So anyway, well, let's just get right into
Well,
it.
first of all,
Okay,
I feel
well,
like we
never
were really
mind then.
rude.
Phil, what would you like?
We didn't allow Mr. Josh to really... Josh, man, tell us a little bit about yourself. What's going on, man? Who are you? What the fuck are you here for?
I don't know, dude. You guys invited me to a podcast, and then, Max gave me a water bottle, so I'm feeling like I'm getting the royal treatment right now.
There you go. We
So-
treat our boys good.
I'm feeling pretty pampered, honestly, right now.
Good.
So it's pretty good. I mean, if you guys didn't know, name's Josh.
Wait till the masseuse shows up. There you go.
I go by Yaysian. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm brown.
There you go.
So I am definitely a little chocolate chip added to this wonderful, wonderful vanilla mix we have going on here.
It's more of like a macchiato.
A macchiato, yeah.
Because I
respect
got
that.
a little bit of brown.
You got some caramel going on.
You got some brown. I found out the other day.
Yeah, we're actually pretty.
I'm half
pretty
Portuguese.
Surprisingly ethnic.
Yeah, we're.
Surprisingly ethnic.
That was actually.
Can I say that? Can I say the E word?
That was actually the second name for the podcast we had come up with.
Surprisingly
ethnic.
ethnic.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'll be right back.
What are you grabbing,
guys
a
keep
birth
going.
certificate or a family tree?
I gotta get Josh.
Okay.
Oh, there's Josh. This is gonna be confusing.
This is gonna be one hell of a show. This is the one. If you're new, this is pretty much sums up the Not Another Podcast experience.
Yeah,
But
so it's pretty chill right now. I hope you guys are enjoying this free, loose conversation we're having between three friends. Only two now, since Phil has left the building.
with special audience, live audience member Matt.
If you hear that faint clapping, that is clapping. That is not what it could be misconstrued as. But
Yeah,
it is
no,
clapping.
I do it much quieter. You wouldn't know.
Yikes!
Oof. With the new mics, you might.
Yeah, man. Technology. We've gotten so far.
But Josh helps us out with all of our fighting game events and so. But you've been in the community for significantly longer than either Phil or
I am officially an OG veteran of the FGC. I'm an old boy now. I am old at the age of 26 years old. Very sad. Max makes me feel young again. That's why I hang out with him.
There you go.
But
very recently, you actually may recognize him because he commentated MVCI at CEO.
Oh yeah, so I've been on that commentary grind for about 3 or 4 years now, and then finally got a pretty big break here at CEO 2018 doing MVCI Top 8. It's pretty exciting. I'll also be doing commentary for a Red Bull event tomorrow, so that's also a pretty big thing I'll get to do. But I joined the FGC I think in 2009, 2010 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a hot minute. Like I used to be young.
That's crazy when you think like we're almost at 2020. Fucking 2018's almost over.
You're right. Yeah, dude.
We were grabbing lunch yesterday and we all came to the realizations like, oh shit, we're like almost halfway through August. Like 2017 felt long, and this year is like.
Mean, it's been a rough year.
Yeah.
It's definitely been a rough year.
Oh shit! I hit the wrong button.
Yeah, you need to fix that soundboard, man.
Oof.
It's not working out.
Well, we'll just get started with our very first segment then, and we'll start with you, Josh, because you are the only person here besides me.
Wow, appreciate it. Thanks.
We start every podcast. Well, fuck me, I guess.
All right, double the Josh Power Hour.
Everybody's got the same names, you know.
Yeah. Josh, say hello with your luscious voice on the mic.
Hello.
Damn, that is Triple X.
This is Josh. This is Matt. This is Josh.
How's it going, Josh? Nice to meet you, Josh.
Nice to meet you, Josh.
This is such an interesting family centric episode of Not
Yeah,
Another
it
Podcast.
is. It's two brothers and
Two brothers.
Yeah, and I got 2 pictures of my sisters on the fridge. So, like,
Aw.
everybody's here, you know?
Yeah, it's a real family.
Everyone is here.
Yep.
You got Snake, you got Sophia Melanthus.
Yep.
Melanson.
Oh, wow. Melanson.
But,
First
Josh.
segment, what's up?
What have you been up to? What have you been
What have I
playing,
been up to?
watching, listening to?
I've recently been catching up on a shit ton of anime lately.
Oh no, here it goes.
Phil too.
Oh god!
And definitely the number one show I'll say after of this season that I'm catching up on is Asobi Asobase.
Okay, so oh my god, I get to talk with somebody about anime on here. Asobi Asobase is fantastic.
The show reminds me if you mashed up Nichijou with Prison School. Like literally,
Yeah.
like it has that whimsy slice of life feel to it, where like kind of Nichijou had, but it is exceedingly dirty, and I just love the I don't know what to call it, just like
It's got an edge to it that like the art style is so heavily contrasting that it's I don't know.
it's jarring at times, but I love it, dude. Like the OP is this fucking fluffy ass song of girls singing about friendship and all that, and then the ending song is this like screamo like metal song where the girls like whoa, and like
I would be if I watched anime.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, well,
I've given you my Verve remote a while back, so
I've used it.
no, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
That's not true.
Not for what you wanted, though.
Cool, thanks.
I found really weird movies from Japan that were on there.
On
that
Verve?
was fun. Yeah, it's weird. I'm trying to remember. It was like this really weird Japanese crime drama
Okay.
that was. It fucked me up for a little bit. It had like no plot, and the plot that it was there was. It's from the 1999.
Wow.
I'll have to find it. It's fucking crazy.
okay.
What else you been watching? What are you catching up on?
I've been aside from all my weeb shit, I've been watching a fuck ton of Netflix. I caught up on Shameless. If you ever watched that show,
Yeah, I've heard.
Orange is the New Black. Recently, just started watching Insatiable. It's a new Netflix show with Debbie Wright and Alyssa Milano, two actresses that are definitely just if you. Sadly, there's no visual for this, but I'm making the okay sign and winking very furiously at Maxx.
Yeah.
Just for
That's
people
why
who
you
don't
make
see
sense
it.
when you do the Mamma
You know,
Mia.
goddamn, it's
Yeah,
beautiful. It's a pretty good show, but but normie shit's pretty fun to watch too. You know,
every now
you
and
gotta partake game wise. Haven't really had much time for games recently. Actually, I've been trying to get past the first chapters of Octopath Traveler. The game is really fun. It's just a big commitment when I have other shit to do. But
Yeah.
one of these days I'm gonna sit down and just like grind that shit out. But apparently that game is super long. Other than that, fighting games.
Fucking characters.
And we-
Why did you play solo? They
How
barely
many?
intersect too,
I know,
according to
yeah.
what people are saying.
How many characters?
8.
Oh no shit.
Octo 8.
That's literally why it's called
I mean,
Ochopath.
according to some people, a lot of people have said that Octopath is kind of like a spiritual successor to the Romance Saga, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Because literally the same shit, 8 characters, all, like pretty much like kind of like divergent storylines that don't really, get put together. But it's a lot about like focusing on single character stories. So it's pretty similar, especially with the Romantic Saga being the older game. A lot of people are saying that it's kind of like spiritual successor or maybe like a homage to it. But the game's a lot of fun. If you want to play a JRPG, definitely buy the game, stick your teeth into it. It's pretty tasty.
There's 2 games when I was a kid that I was always 2 JRPGs in general that I always wanted to try out. I never did.
Okay.
Romance Saga and Record of Lotus.
Oh fuck! Those are 2 great JRPGs.
Yeah, I've always wanted to fucking anytime someone brings a Romance Saga, I'm like, I feel like I'm missing out super fucking hard.
Those are
every time.
those are 2 of the defining SNES JRPGs right there.
Yeah.
That's fucking tasty, man. You gotta get in there sometime.
Someday we'll do a weeb stream. See, I'll play weeaboo games. Weeaboo games are the shit.
Why won't you?
Well,
Why won't you watch anime, dude?
I
What the
don't
fuck?
fucking know, dude. Because you know what it
It
is?
makes me sad.
Every time
Because it would make me happy if you did. Is that
Well, then
why?
you can talk to anime with me, Max. Fuck
Oh,
Phil.
yeah.
Hey,
he doesn't
right.
need it.
You're right.
All right.
Whatever.
New get.
Okay, so if I load up a new anime, I'll like, oh, this is cool, but I'll drop
get
it,
replaced,
and
bro.
I'll start watching Outlaw Star again.
Get fucking replaced, family.
Oof, man.
I'll give you the basic bitch shit if you.
I gave him some
to
basic
get you back
bitch
in the
shit.
anime.
No,
thing,
he
you
did.
know?
He tried.
What do you give? What do you give?
I
me?
just
What do you
told him
give
to
me?
watch the first 2 movies of Madoka. Like, that's it.
Why the fuck would he watch that?
Because he's seen like Evangelion. Like, it's not too out of his wheelhouse, and I want him to
like
see.
the first 3 Madoka. No, I love weird shit. That's
Yeah.
the thing. It's like a Boogie Pop.
I have a
Phantom
lot
is
of
shit.
good weird shit for you.
But-
Boogie Pop Phantom, Serial Experiments Lane. Like I'm into that shit.
But
Like,
the whole reason I even want him to watch that is for that one fight scene in the 3rd movie. Did you ever?
I've never seen the movies.
Okay, Matt's giving me big mwah, okay signs, but there is this insane gunfight that ticks every single one of Phil's boxes, but it won't mean anything if you don't have to watch the show. It's just 2 hour-and-a-half long movies. That's
Okay.
it. 3 hours of your
one
life.
day you'll just have to force me.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Now you need to come over for this meeting. We're
Why-
having an anime intervention.
Yeah.
Have you watched any of the good anime movies? Because you need to fucking watch that shit too, man.
Right?
Yeah, the crying. Yeah, fucking. You watch some fucking Your Lie in April or some fucking like. Your Name.
Oh,
I actually-
or a Silent Voice.
I
bro.
haven't seen those
My-
yet.
I'm making you watch both of them back to back.
I
That's
want
what's
to see like the Blu-ray.
Okay,
like,
so
version.
your
I have the Blu-rays.
Oh well,
yeah.
fuck. Yeah.
Your Name is one of those movies that like
Fuck this
everybody,
party
like
tonight.
the normies that I don't know.
It's because they're so good that they got a Western release, you know?
They're
Yeah.
also. I thought Your Name actually ended up being one of the most successful. I think it is the most successful animated feature film.
Yes,
of all time.
100%, yeah.
So, which is insane.
That shit was real good.
I think most successful like anime film of all time, not animated.
No, I
Because
think it was animated for a
they
while.
count CG films and animated.
Well, yeah, because Incredibles 2 fucking wiped the floor with everybody right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Elastigirl, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then I know you got a very unique taste in music, Josh. You listen to anything new?
Unique.
He just wants to talk about Ugly God. He's supposed to talk about
I mean,
Ugly
we
God
can
all
talk
day.
about Ugly God, but he hasn't put anything out recently, so
Right.
I guess no, but I don't know. What do you want me to talk about, man? I got some weird music tastes.
What do you normally listen to then? What's your aesthetic?
I listen to a lot of
audio?
K-pop. I listen to a lot of EDM. I listen to literally anything. I can listen to anything. Pretty much how I'm feeling is what I listen to.
Hit me with that EDM, boy. What do you got?
EDM.
You were way more ready to talk about K-pop. You were EDM.
Well, the thing is, like EDMs have gotten like super stale for me.
You're not wrong. Absolutely. That's why I was so interested.
So like, I've really just kind of stayed by like the stuff I usually listen to. Like I will literally I can listen to Zed's like 2 albums like on repeat forever. Like that shit's definitely defining of that era.
Yeah.
You know. But anything new in EDM, I don't listen to because everything's been pretty trash. Honestly,
Dude, looking at the EDC lineup this year, I said, who? Motherfuckers are mainlining, and I'm like, who?
Like I feel so bad because I used to be super into EDM. You know, all my friends go to fucking EDC and all that shit, and like I'm like barely listening to EDM as is. And it's funny, like my older brother will be going like he goes to EDC and shit. He's just like, yeah, you hear blah blah blah. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, yeah, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh yeah. And I'm just like, you know.
There's some holdovers. Like 7 Lions still shows up.
Yeah.
Every now and then.
I
but,
mean,
like,
I guess just a random person I've listened to a lot is what are they named? Pegboard Nerds.
yeah.
Yeah,
Pegboard's fine.
but they're like, you know, they're not new. That's the thing. I'm
No.
trying to think of like new shit I've listened to EDM wise.
Hey, guess what?
Well,
don't worry.
yeah.
I haven't fucking
Yeah.
listened to new EDM either.
Yeah.
All my shit's now just future funk or like
Oh my yes!
Yeah, like,
Future Funk is that fucking
like
shit.
Tendencies is fucking great. God.
Listen to Future Funk. Listen to Future Bass too. That shit's great.
Future bass is good.
Fucking honestly, like this is gonna sound fucking whack as shit, but I listen to a lot of fucking like fucking I forgot what the fuck they called it. It's like fucking kawaii core or shit like that.
Dude, I unironically listen to speedcore. You're fine. Like, MIDI's my dude.
Like, but other than that, you know.
Yeah. So that's it. Huh?
Oh yeah, I mean, I haven't found any new good music. Actually, no. There was that new EP from Caro Caro Bonito.
Oh shit! Did they drop something?
Yeah, they dropped that new EP with like this kind of like, I forgot. See, the thing is, I hate when I listen to this experimental shit because there's so many different classifications, like for how it goes. It's like super mellow, lo-fi rock. It's called like dream. Fuck. I remember looking it up because I was like, man, this is some good shit. I need to find more of this. But fuck, I don't remember. But their newest EP was like super experimental.
Would you say like people like Crystal Castles and Fantagram fall in that same?
Kind of, actually, yeah. I would say that.
Yeah.
But still more on the rock side, but still like has that lo-fi kind of grungy noise to it. It's super cool. Like.
So like Polyphia.
No idea what it is, but it sounds like it'd be correct.
Yeah. But dope, dude. All right.
Yeah, guys.
All right, Phil. Well, you don't do nothing. What do you want to go next?
I didn't do
Go
shit.
quick.
I think, real quick. I didn't watch anything.
Yep.
I think. Oh no, I do want to shout out because it's always YouTube. YouTube's a thing. I fucking rediscovered Reddit. I have Reddit on my phone now, and I
You rediscovered it? What does that mean?
I used to browse Reddit all the time, and then I dropped it, and then I rediscovered it, got into it again, and I signed up for the Monster Hunter Reddit. And there's this guy named, I think his channel name is Hijack. I don't know what his actual like name is, but it's like Hijek.
Okay.
And he just released a series of like videos called A Crap Guide to Monster Hunter, and he did a series of like really funny videos about all 14 of the weapons. They're super good, and the final one just dropped for the Sword and Shield because he's literally been talking shit about how all the weapons suck except Sword and Shield.
Wow, that's rude.
It's fantastic. It's really fucking good. It's one of my favorite like series so far, and he went from literally 1,000 views to just skyrocketing to 60,000.
Yeah, not surprising, man. Good content getting spread on Reddit gets pretty good.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of being consistent.
And the thing I liked about it too is that he wasn't like those fucking people who tries to like kind of shyster their way, like, hey, my friend of a friend found this guy. Like he was just very upfront, like, hey guys, you guys really like Monster Hunter videos.
Hey, I'm making videos.
Let's make videos.
It's not him posting his own videos under an alternate account.
Yo, I love when they do that. It's like, wow, I found this great video. You guys should watch it.
Oh my
too.
god.
Right.
This man changed the face of Monster Hunter videos forever. Here it is.
He's the Dark Souls of
The Let's Play of Rathalos.
Straight up. And then, yeah, I just, most of my fucking, as much as I hate YouTube, most of my time is just spent, like, toiling away on that fucking shit.
I will.
And there's two other people I've shouted them out. I've shouted one out before.
Okay.
But he just recently released a video on the Evil Within that talked about a lot of the philosophy behind, like, the reality and the perception of things.
Wow.
Gameological Dig. One of the craziest fucking, like, analysis channels on the fucking platform, barely gets any play. None. He was at 500 views last I checked for this latest video.
Shit.
Needs to be fucking.
Well, a lot of those video essay like YouTubers, I feel like a lot of them get a little like too in depth. I guess I'll say, and like, cause like it's kind of a fine line of like being informative and being entertaining also.
Yeah.
Cause like just from just hearing what you're talking about
Right.
him, I'm sure he has great editing. I'm sure it's like fine. But it's just one of those things where like, cause like I subscribe to a lot of those channels too, and I'm like, fuck man, that's a 23-minute video. Do I have time to sit down and watch this shit? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but for me, I love that shit.
No, same.
So like, I see what you're saying with the entertaining part, but the problem is that he's got a really unique voice. And he presents everything like a story, so it's not like it's more like traditional, like how you see like a Vati video remind is by like lore masters within like their games.
So is there like B-roll playing and like him talking over it?
Yeah, but it's like he's telling a story.
Okay.
It's like one of the most fantastic analysis like videos he has is about Soma. Okay. That underwater horror game.
Fuck no! Don't tell me about this.
Super amazing fucking content. It is like an hour long, like between all videos.
Shit.
Get some time. Find this man and listen. You will go on a journey.
I don't want to watch it. Someone fucks me up real good.
Someone's good. Someone's something I really wish I didn't have it. Like that's the only thing I fucking hate about it. Like the whole thing was I had the whole shit spoiled. It spoils the whole game for you. So if you haven't played somewhere, you're trying to play
there you
somewhere,
go.
don't watch it. But if you are like never gonna play it and never gonna touch it, like
Hell yeah.
Max,
I don't do spooky games unless I get a gun.
I don't play spoops either, so I feel you.
love spooky games.
Yeah.
I still have to fucking finish
Resident Evil 6.
Resident Evil, and then the Observer.
Resident Evil 2.
The Observer was
We
the
should do a spook
Cyberpunk
game
one.
stream. That'd be fantastic.
Oof. Oh, we gotta pick a good
So
one.
guys get
Get
major
spooked.
spooks.
Oh man. I fucking lose it at Five Nights at Freddy's, so like I'm done.
Oh
now.
damn,
Like,
that's
I'm
where we
gonna
start.
cry like a bitch.
Is it too?
My brother
Is it too
Josh,
late to start?
Do you get afraid of anything?
I remember as a little kid when I played those Resident Evil games, I would get so scared of the fucking zombies like coming out of the corners and shit.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm like literally at the other fucking corner of the house just crying for 10 minutes just so the fucking zombie was there. And then in middle school, everybody fucking remembers Slender Man.
Oh, so you were.
Speaking of Slender Man, the movie just came out.
You want to come around?
Yep.
And then I would love to hear. The brothers should have at least one game that they want to talk about.
Make some space on the couch.
Yeah, so I remember.
You will put 3 big motherfuckers on this couch.
Yo, you need to calm down,
You
bro.
need to calm down with
You're
that
some
bullshit.
hefty husky. You need to calm down. I'm luscious.
It's 2018, bro. Get on it.
Yeah, bro. I'm thick with 3 C's, bro. Calm down.
Man, that's why I get the chair in the
We were
corner.
struggling up again.
Everyone talks about EDM on that
See?
side.
See?
Yeah, he knows.
He
Josh,
knows.
he's speaking that truth right now.
He's been in it.
I'm gonna give you guys. I could whisper over here, and I'll be the loudest one on the podcast, but they would never know I was talking. Like,
Fucker.
Wow.
Yeah, boy. I'm trying to remember when we played Resident Evil. It was because I know King Kong was the fucking game you got on.
King Kong was really good too. I remember it took me
for the
a while.
PS2 or GameCube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, it was Xbox.
It was that era.
It was that era.
though.
Era.
Because that game was surprisingly good.
Well, that movie was apparently surprisingly good. I don't watch movies despite my movie degree, which, by the way,
I don't watch anime despite my weird
Yeah.
fucking.
Oh my fucking god.
uh,
Hey Matt, remember that time we played Fatal Frame?
oh, I don't have a Wii U anymore. We could play the one where you gotta move around the screen.
Oh,
like
that's the weird one though, where you play like an
the
idol.
bad one, yeah.
Yeah, you play an idol. You can take pictures of her. It's like, I don't know.
They never put a Pokemon Snap out on the Wii U, and that was the dumbest shit. That was so dumb. It was right there.
Maybe the Switch will.
I mean, yeah, you could, I guess.
I don't know. I just.
Well,
bring
they
back
put Pokemon Snap
boy.
on your phone, you know.
Hashtag bring back Snap. We doing it. No, and then I guess another person I want to shout out is Beyond Ghibli. A bit more monotone, way like shorter videos. He just released a video talking about Akira and all of its like heavy influences on just media in general. And of course I'm gonna fucking watch it. Akira's the best fucking movie ever. I love that fucking shit. In terms of listening, I guess literally only 2 fucking bands, because everything else I've already talked about. Brockhampton.
Oh yeah, Brockhampton.
Brockhampton is someone described him to me as a pop rap boy band,
Yeah.
and
That's
It is like-
kind of right.
yeah, it's like 8 or 9 some fuck off amount of people, and they throw down some of like the coolest sounding shit. Their song 1997 Diana straight up sounds like it came out of the Mad World soundtrack.
All right.
Like
You got me.
Exactly.
Congrats.
Like if I'm gonna like equate their stuff to anything, it's a lot of the people like Ox and all those people, YG, people who appeared on the Mad World soundtrack, and just like those, like the Anarchy Reigns style of music, super fucking good. It's super popular. I had no idea. Really into them. 2 of my favorites right now are obviously 1997 Diana, and then something called Rental. That's a really good slow jam. And then this one band who I literally found on the way here called Polyphia. I've heard about them before. They're like a post-rock alternative band that are very into like electronica, very heavy into like instrumentation, and then like mixing of like almost, I don't want to say like catch-all dubstep elements, but like that's the closest I can say to it. So that's cool. I'm gonna listen to them more, and then everything else I've been just listening to everyone. I've already told everyone before.
Yeah.
It's the same old shit. What about you, Maxi Poo?
It's been busy. Quick aside, I'm a graduate. That's it. That's all I really want to talk. That's all I really. No, shut up. All it means is that I'm heavily in debt now. That's all that means. But in general, as far as what I'm watching, last time I said like 12 shows I was gonna watch this season. I've cut half of them because I don't care about most of them.
What shows did you cut?
It was a lot. I was gonna force myself to watch all those dumbass isekai shows just because
There's 2 of them.
I feel like I
One
need.
of them
There are
good.
3 of them.
Force myself, he says.
Yeah.
As if
I need to be the chief
isekai
authority.
Oh, shit. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I have a.
As if it's not his chosen genre.
Oh, well, that's why I gotta be the chief authority. But
Which one
I've
did you drop? All of them?
yeah, both of them.
Yeah, so you dropped the one with the guy who was a self when you dropped the other one where the
Yeah.
guy,
Okay.
fucking a demon.
So I just keep getting angrier the more I think about that. The phone has to die after like 8 hours, right?
no, the battery, ooh, the magic.
Is it? Is the battery die? You get transported to another world. Oh God. You get transported to another world and then your phone battery's magic too? Like, I don't know. I guess if I watched I'd find out, but I don't care enough to.
Lithium fucking crazy in the Maxx world.
Just give me Konosuba season 3, okay?
Hell yeah. I was gonna mention Asobi Asobase, but you brought it up, so I'll mention the other show I've really been enjoying is Hanebado, the one about
Hanebado, yeah, the tennis show.
the
Or
racket? Badminton, yeah. It's a sports show. It's really good though. Well animated, characters are cool.
The choreography's great.
Yeah, that's really the standout. Is the animation's absolutely fantastic. I agree with what a lot of other people are saying. It's sometimes way too dramatic for its own good. But I don't know. It's
really
kind of fun. You know, it's people are staring down other people on the court like they killed their families. It's like, nah, you're just
I love that shit.
playing a game of badminton.
I love that.
Are you watching Higher Kind Receive?
I'm not. It's on the. I didn't cut that
on,
one though.
son.
I haven't started anything else.
You better
no.
watch that. It's sports.
It's sports.
It's sports. They're playing beach volleyball.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh,
playing
maybe
beach
Phil will
volleyball.
finally watch something.
And like, you know,
Maybe.
like...
yeah, you say that, then Keijo came out, and I still have
How do you not watch Keijo?
Keijo is probably the funniest show still I've seen.
Tell me how you have a fucking shonen where chicks fucking fight with their ass and their titties. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's like
you
the
serious?
future.
Well, I haven't still.
They're trying to make it a real thing.
They're doing super
It
moves.
is a real thing, just not real.
No, they're literally trying to make Keijo a real fucking thing.
like a real sport.
real-
They should make
sport.
season 2 a real thing. How about that? Because the manga kept going.
True.
But no, other than that, still watching My Hero. I haven't started any other shows for this season, and I want to go back and watch a lot of other shows that I missed. I watched the first episode of Fate Zero. I'm gonna go through that just because I want to know.
Good luck.
Yeah. So that's it for watching, really. Not too many people I want to shout out. I did check out Down the Rabbit Hole after you showed me that fucking Final Fantasy VII House horror freak show.
yeah, it's isn't it?
Yeah, good show.
Time.
As far as like listening to, I've been going back and listening to a lot of like older fighting game soundtracks because again, fighting games have been heavily on the brain recently. And we'll talk about that a little later.
Oh boy.
Pretty
Wow.
major event has just passed.
Wow.
Two of them.
But just today I was listening to the original Fighting Layer soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
And man, Arika knows how to do like
Yeah,
really
Arika is good at
fantastic songs. Like even all the new stuff in Fighting EX Layer is it's all really good. But that's really it for stuff I'm listening to. In terms of stuff I've been playing, I'll talk about Cross Tag when we start talking about EVO. But I've been going back to Undernight like more than anything, and been getting back into that game. I've finally learning Yuzuria. I also now learned that her name is not Yuzuhira, but I'll probably just keep calling her that
So it's
because
Yuzuria?
Yuzuria.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, apparently I'm dyslexic for that one name. So
Yuzuria makes sense.
yeah,
Rolls off the tongue.
Yuzuria.
It's like,
Yeah. Yuzu. She's Yuzu. That's fine. She's making me do things I didn't know my hands could do.
It's honestly magical. If you guys have ever had the I'll say blessing of watching Max's hands when he's playing Yuzuriha.
Against anyone that isn't,
Against anyone, honestly.
that isn't Matt, though.
I took my first
Matt
win,
will
though.
Just fucking kill him.
I took my first win.
His hands, alright, he is, I don't know, man, that's some crazy shit.
Matt
His hands just disappear.
So
Matt doesn't own a PS4 and he still beats everyone's fucking ass.
it hurts,
Well,
man.
You know?
But
It goes.
It goes.
playing that character is the closest I've ever gotten. What's the one basketball show? The anime basketball show. Yeah.
Basketball?
Yeah. You know when they go into the zone?
Yeah.
And they got the lasers in their eyes and
Yeah.
shit? This is the first time in a fighting game I've felt that.
That's good.
Where
Hell
sometimes
yeah.
I'm just constantly teleporting and like keeping the pressure up. Other times my hands don't work and I'll just stand still for seconds.
Battle trance is super real, and you can tap into that power at any time.
Yeah.
It's cool as fuck when you do, but you're not actually playing the game. Like that's how, at least for me, if I'm literally tapping into battle trance, like it will happen in like any fucking shooter I play.
Yeah.
I'll just turn around and it's like, how did that brigette just fucking kill the entire enemy team? And I turn around and go, I don't know. I just kept swinging. The motherfuckers just kept walking in my path. It's just dope though.
But other than that,
Easy.
other than all the new shit and fighting games, still playing Disgaea on the Switch. That's what I'm playing the most of. I'm like 40 hours in now. The big numbers are happening. The biggest numbers I've ever seen in an RPG.
Good.
Which is still really fun. I wish I could say that I'm playing a lot of those reels, those Switch exclusives, but I'm only playing Breath of the Wild on stream, and I haven't done that. I finished Mario Odyssey, actually.
Nice.
That was a good game. It was a good game. Sunshine is still my favorite, but Odyssey was very good. It felt like it should have ended halfway through, but it kind of kept going, but then the real ending was good enough to like, okay, you can do the double ending thing on me. Because like the New Donk City musical number with like Jump Up Superstar felt like it should have been the end of the game, and then you have like 7 more worlds to go through.
Jump Up Superstar is fucking great.
It's pretty good.
good.
They like that song so much. You open up the box and it's just the lyrics to that song.
I mean, it's a fucking good
Yeah,
song.
and the last song, which also has lyrics.
So you got ending E on Odyssey.
Yeah, I got and
Oh.
add that to the list. I'm still listening to Nier's soundtrack. Nier's amazing.
Kenichi Okabe is a fucking god, dude.
Yeah.
God amongst men. Yeah, we found out yesterday because he was telling me about how the lady he referred to it as the lady who made the Street Fighter 2 soundtrack, because in the venue yesterday while we were setting up, they started playing the Street Fighter 2 soundtrack. And they were going through it, and they were telling me about how she came on board and was like, oh yeah, I have all this fucking experience making video game music, and she had just recently graduated college and fucking knocked it out of the park with this
Yeah.
one. And it's like, that kind of sounds like Shimomura. And of course, like, we look and it's immediately
Yeah.
Yoko Shimomura.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, because she's a fucking badass. She's a goddess.
You
like,
fake it, you literally fake it until you make it.
Yeah, if you talk about like Japanese games last decade for music, she has had her hand in a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like really like songs you could hear like during I always think of like trivia. If someone kept playing a song like I knew it, like Parasite Eve's fucking theme is ridiculously like iconic.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts, amazingly iconic. And now even 15 Insomnia, like
This is fantastic, yeah.
one of the best Final Fantasy songs of all time. It's just a shame that I still haven't played to the ending of Royal Edition, where apparently it does build up.
I didn't even really buy it,
Good.
but I'll still say 15 is probably my favorite Final Fantasy.
7's still mine.
That's pretty gross.
That's a whack opinion, I know.
That's a hot
Well,
take.
because like I've said this before, like it takes a whole lot to get me into like an RPG. Like Disgaea does it by having stupidly big numbers. Persona does it with just its aesthetic and music alone, and then I also like the the weakness like system, and for SMT games in general, the press turn system and all that.
Right.
Final Fantasy never really had that kind of hook for me, and every game, like, I like that it's different every single time, but I haven't found the time that really appeals to me until it's like, it's a fantasy setting, but people are driving like Mercedes Benzes around,
Right.
and it's just a city, but it's still magical. Like,
Lucis has its own currency, but they totally take American Express.
like there's American Express fucking. They're drinking cup noodle. There's something about like that world that's so interesting to me, and despite all the flaws, of which there are a fucking ton of them, I still really love Final Fantasy 15.
You know, I'll let him have it. You know, like,
Well, it's also
we're
like-
old now.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can let go.
Yeah,
My favorite-
We grew up in that age
Yeah,
where
yeah.
Final Fantasy VII was the pinnacle of gaming at that point in time. You know, so gaming has developed a long time along the way. So, like, you know, him saying 15's his favorite Final Fantasy, understandable. Because, like, you know, growing up, all we had were the Super Nintendos or emulation on our computers, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, it was like, you know, we
I
would
can't
play them.
believe I'm getting hit with this shit on my own show.
I'm
getting hit with I'm getting hit with the little boy.
hitting you with the biggest fucking.
Yeah, back in my day,
up.
Final Fantasy Mystic Quest was when the series peaked.
You need to calm down.
Oof.
You need to.
If you're trying to talk about good RPGs,
That being said,
you know about
though-
Seiken Densetsu 3, bro.
That being said, though, I want to go back and play Final Fantasy Tactics, and I feel like that might end up being
Well,
my
that's a
favorite.
great game.
Yeah. Sorry, Tactics Advanced. That's what I meant to say. Final Fantasy Tactics
That's
Advanced.
still a good,
Alright.
that's still
All
a
right.
good game too.
So a
but
lot of people talk shit about Advance, but Advance is fine.
it really wasn't that bad.
Advance is completely
No, it looks fine. Anyway, EVO happened.
Come to me.
Right?
I'm not gonna fight you on this. All right.
So
quick.
saw some.
We'll give the brothers one.
Okay.
Bros
Pick
one.
one thing, Matt. Out of what playing, listening, or watching, what did you do? What's one notable thing you either played, watched, or did?
Listen to.
Listen to, yeah.
He's gonna say some K-pop shit.
Yeah, I just listen to K-pop all day.
K-pop all day.
Yeah.
What about you, little brother?
I always keep putting myself on Zappathons, meaning I listen to every single album from Led Zeppelin.
No shit.
Wow.
And it's a pretty fucking long.
You were on a classic rock binge.
That's
like no
impressive.
fucking other, too.
Yeah.
My favorite album from Led Zeppelin of all time is Led Zeppelin 3, because it's more like acoustic friendly, like more kind of country friendly, so it's really awesome to listen to.
He came at us with the hardest fucking just
I
like.
respect that shit.
And I'm weird with music too, like you are. I can literally go from listening to Mozart to Skrillex. I can go from
This is my boy right here.
I can go
This is my
from
boy.
Led Zeppelin to Slipknot.
It's my boy
Yeah,
right
yeah.
here.
I used to be Josh's boy, and now Josh is Josh's boy.
All right, cool. I guess we'll talk about. Hey, some fighting games happened the last couple.
I love fighting games.
Fight game for gold.
Yeah.
Fuck Negan. Fuck Harada.
Hold on.
Fuck
No.
everybody.
No.
Well, you know,
No.
he said.
Fuck Arc System Works. Okay, I got home
Okay.
Okay.
and someone told me there's an Arc System Works announcement at bar fights.
The
Watch it.
future of Arc System Works will be revealed.
First and foremost, I am not good at fighting games, and I can tell you that was some of the scrubbiest fucking play
Well-
during the entire BB Tag tournament at bar fights. I did not watch even.
Well, here's the thing. Bar fights. You know.
Right, but then they turn around. But then they turn around and say we have a world announcement. After I had literally gotten home, watched the trailer of a new Fate Intertwines, and I go, why in the fuck would they have an announcement? But I'm gonna do it. And it kept going, and it kept going, and it's 5 o'clock in the morning. It's 5:30.
Yeah.
They're finally doing the quote-unquote main event of Flo versus L.I. Joe, which was funny. That one was funny. A lot of people in the chat were really salty, admittedly so, because we had not even realized that the fucking public announcement happened.
Yeah.
It was such an innocuous fucking thing.
It was at the point where my theory was like, maybe they were getting ready to announce something, and then they saw like Gutex drunkenly walk out on the stage, like, we'll wait till
So
the
what
next
was the
event.
announcement?
The
English dub.
For what?
That's it. English
what?
dub for
For what?
fucking
For the new-
characters
for the
and
new characters.
What? So
That was the announcement. It was the same trailer that shows Fate Intertwined, but it was in English.
Woo!
Exactly.
So, that being said, there was a trailer for Cross Tag Battle. Everything that we're about to talk about is either out right now or out soon.
yep.
All of the leaked characters for Cross Tag were right.
Yep.
They're always, the leaks are always right. If
So
you
that
see
means
it in the
Summer
code,
Power
it's
is
in the
totally
game.
fucking happening.
I hope not, though.
It's pink. What do you mean? Hope not?
If it's
Fuck
pink, it might be.
It's either Senran Kagura. Well, this is what I'll do. It's either Senran Kagura, maybe Hyper Neptunia.
Or Arcana Heart.
If they give Max Neptunia, I'm gonna fucking
If I get my
I'm
girl
breaking
Nep,
my fucking BB
my team of Ruby Nep. That's the team.
Net me up, fam. Let's go.
No, it's Senran Kagura, Hyperdimension Neptunia, or Arcana Heart is what we're thinking.
Yeah.
It's most likely going to be Senran Kagura or Arcana Heart, but Nep is the dream.
If the
You're fucking Nep.
Mori already said that he was asked
Nep
about
is
Nep,
fine.
and Mori was like, "Ooh, I'll get in trouble if I talk about that right now."
Who?
Mori,
Oh,
yeah, had a cross tag, Mr. Cross Tag, Mr. Can't Escape, you know.
what was it? The copy pasta. The announcement was the fates we crossed along the way.
oh my god.
Oof.
Oh, dude.
For Guilty Gear, they revealed that there's a Guilty Gear thing in the works, and the Arc Revotor will now be a significantly bigger thing, and across America, which is cool. Some spots in Europe, and that the games are going to be Guilty Gear, Central Fiction, and Cross Tag Battle, which are a good representation. It's cool.
I think the fact that it's weird because Guilty Gear is in such a strange place. It feels like solely in America. It's almost like I only ever hear about Guilty Gear having really big turnouts at one fucking event.
Well,
If it's not EVO, it's like one major.
well, yeah, because
like maybe Combo Breaker,
yeah.
but like that's it. Like I don't.
Well,
like,
no. Combo Breaker and Frosty Fostings, which is pretty
Oh well,
much,
Frosty Frostings.
That's
pretty
like-
much Guilty Gear now. But the odd thing about Guilty Gear is that it's been put in a weird spot as of late because the only reason they made Blaze Blue is because Sega wouldn't give Arxis the license back.
Right.
So they made Blaze Blue while they were waiting for to get that shit back. So some fuck shit happened, and this game that they were making while they were waiting for their Guilty Gear license back ended up becoming more popular than what Guilty Gear was. So people started loving Blaze Blue. Then Guilty Gear came back, Xer, which is a pretty good game, but like everyone's already invested in the Blaze Blue that they didn't really care when Xer came out. Even though the game is literally like a work of art. The graphic engine and that shit is
Yeah.
literally like top of the line, head of the industry kind of shit. So like them being in this weird spot, even though I fucking love watching the game, it's super hype, super exciting, very technical, but like Blaze Blue's kind of like because like Guilty Gear came out when Blaze Blue did back in like super anime craze when anime became mainstream. I feel like Guilty Gear would be a better spot than what it is right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Blaze Blue fit that. Randos would be like, yeah, you play fighting games? Oh yeah, you play Blaze Blue? Like, why is that the fucking first fighting game?
Yeah, it's not Mortal Kombat. It's Blaze Blue.
Because that was back when Xbox 360, PS3 era, when fighting games were still in that kind of middling kind of era before we started getting back to more saturation again. And the games you play with Street Fighter 4, maybe Tekken 6. And then, Blaze Blue, and KOF 13, but that shit was a wash. Even though the game's godlike.
Oof.
But
Yeah, that game is god.
So KO 13 was the one that they had like the
KOF 13 has
budget that put them bankrupt.
yeah,
KOF
so they literally made sprites 4 times the size of what they did back in the day. But that shit was beautiful, but did not sell.
Yeah.
So
That sucks. It just because like it's such a niche title, but like
Yeah, I'm happy sprites. If for sprite based like fighting games, at least for SNK, that was their last hurrah. I'll take it because that game it's got the best looking sprites in any game I've ever played.
I will immediately, if anyone asks me like the top best looking games, top 3 are Guilty Gear Guilty Gear, King of Fighters 13, and then DBZ.
DBZ is it's weird that DBZ doesn't look as good as Guilty Gear does.
well, it's because they kind of had to mess around with the engine because they when they were working on it in production, they had a lot of specific ways how they wanted to handle making things super readable. So they kind of had to down the fidelity, but keeping the character outlines and everything really really noticeable, like explosions. The camera angle dynamically changing. They had to kind of tweak it around because they couldn't really focus on keeping it there. Because if they kept the engine as is, the readability that you have in fighters, literally anyone watching that can understand what's happening.
It would be like actually watching DBZ.
Yeah, so they really made sure the readability of the game was top notch. And even I'm not saying the game looks bad by any
Oh no, Dragon Ball FighterZ still is one of the best looking fighting games out right now.
Yeah. But they definitely had to make some concessions,
Yeah, but Guilty Gear is the best looking
Guilty Gear
fighting
is
game right now.
definitely the best
Which,
looking.
it's sad that it feels like parts of Arc System Works don't really understand why Guilty Gear looks as good as it does, because we got some gameplay footage for Kill la Kill, and it looks jank.
But you have to remember, it's not developed by ArcSys. They're just publishing it.
Right.
I thought it was developed by the same team from ArcSys that made the Little Witch Academia game.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure it's ArcSys is C
that game looks really good, but
That game was a mess. That
game has
not looking fun.
Yeah.
It looked really
visually.
good.
The problem is that art style. This is the clear test. It does not work in 3D. It does not, because you have very smooth camera movements combined with choppy animations. And it's fucking jarring.
3D.
That being said,
60 frames.
I will actually say, it looks more fun than your typical anime arena cash-in fighter. I'll be happy to try it out, but
Also,
it's disappointing that they were thinking about doing a 2D fighting game and said, nah, it'll be too hard. None of our fans can play it.
I love that shit. And everyone thought that was what was gonna happen. It was a huge letdown.
Just put Ryoko and just put her in Guilty Gear, and just have a guest character. It's fine. She fits. Whatever.
and also,
And
the
guts.
idea of it being in 3D, those costumes are way worse.
Yeah, they get a lot sillier in 3D.
Oh yeah, it's oh fuck, that's string.
Yeah. They fighting in dental floss,
Jesus. I want to watch Kill la Kill again.
What else? Totally not during a major event or on stream. Terry Bogard is just in fighting EX Layer now.
Oh, that shit's lit, bro.
It's probably the thing I'm most excited about, and it's just didn't even get on stream.
Timmy Terry can get it.
Fatal Cutie.
Fatal Cutie.
Fatal Cutie is the last fighter in SNK Gal Fighters.
Heroines.
Yeah, man. Can't wait to play that game.
If you want a more succinct
excited.
reaction to that fucking announcement, Maximilian Dudes' fucking video of it's just he plays the full trailer and then dresses in drag at the fucking end.
I didn't even see that. That's
he just
that's
looks at
good.
the camera.
Female Terry is a cutie, but I don't want to play as her in that game.
No.
I was satisfied with who's the girl character in 14 that has the moveset of all the Fatal Fury main characters. Alice. I was happy with her. She's super cool.
I think
Should have just put her in the game and dress her as Terry, maybe, but I don't know.
I think Reset Era was super fucking upset the whole time. We're why not just put fucking Alice in?
Yeah.
Because of course they have to find something to be upset about.
Again, I don't know why you're always there.
Summon them.
Some of them.
Listen, they have the best news. I just need to just read the news and leave.
Read the thread titles, and then ignore everything else.
I scroll down and then I get hit with, oh no.
Yeah,
And
that's a mistake.
in the quick wrap up, Tekken 7 is getting a season 2. They've added, I guess, more wall bounces because some moves used to in the past. It's not like a totally new thing, but not to the degree it's going to be in season 2 of Tekken 7.
It's more accessible now to all characters.
And then more characters. I'm pissed about this, but Anna and Lei are in the game.
Why are you mad about that?
Not because I hate those characters. I hate the people who on everything were constantly begging for those characters because I guarantee we will not see them. We will not. They're not going to come out to events. They're not going to play those characters. But I'm happy. I love Lei. I think Lei's a super cool character.
I think we'll see way more Lei than that.
I don't care about
Lei's
Anna.
So fucking sick. I fucking love Lei.
But Lei takes like a. You gotta put in work. That's not just a character you pick up because he looks cool.
Right, but the more and more that I'm noticing, like, I'm super fucking glad that we're out of the era of Tekken where it's just 8 jacks in fucking top 8.
Yeah.
Like, I'm super
It was getting
glad
scary, you
that
know.
People turn around and are like, oh fuck, other characters
Down back
exist.
1 or down back 2.
Yeah, like it's
Whatever
either,
that move was.
a 4-man fucking Jack or a 4-man Dragunov. Like we're out of that era.
Yeah.
The ACR still exists, but
Yeah, he's not winning. He's not winning anymore.
yeah, he's not winning as hard as he was because people are learning. And fucking Little Majin.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. That is the hypest shit.
There weren't a lot of American players in a lot of top 8s, but I'm happy with the performance. Like, they did fucking awesome. Like,
And we
all
won
of them.
Uni.
Yep.
America won Uni on a timeout of all fucking things.
Hell yeah.
Squish the god.
So
The
good.
young god.
Before we just finish up DLC, please go watch top 3 of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
And yes, please.
Because
yes, please.
that people are praying or standing up and meditating. That was the craziest top 3.
Yeah.
And Marvel's still fun.
That
I don't
shit was
know.
amazing to watch.
Yeah.
We were all fucking screaming and shit while we were watching it. Just so fucking crazy, man. It's a good game. It got shafted by EVO this year.
Do
But
we want to talk? I mean, okay, we're gonna talk more about DLC.
I was gonna finish up real quick.
Do we want to go into that? The elephant in the room.
That Uncanny Edition is
that
going to be
shall
announced
not
at
be
PlayStation Experience.
Huh? What?
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 Huh?
What?
Who even said that?
What the fuck? No, Matt.
I said that Uncanny Edition is going to be announced at PlayStation
I'm so
Experience.
hurt. Why is this happening? Why are you doing this?
Real quick, just to finish up then, Street Fighter showed off G and Sagat at the same time and then said, yeah, they're out tomorrow.
Woo!
So,
G's really cool.
G's really cool.
Sagat looks like Sagat.
Sagat is Sagat.
So that's so good in this game too.
He looks really cool.
He looks good. I
don't want to fight him.
I don't think he looks as fun as G.
He's Scott's never been a fun character.
Yeah,
That's
well,
you pick Sagat to win.
You pick Scott, sit your ass down, throw some fireballs, and dragon punch some dudes jumping
Yeah,
at you.
you say I don't want you to play the game. That's it.
and he's so big.
He's a big boy.
so
He's a big boy, dude.
And Phil said this earlier, but Negan from The Walking Dead is in Tekken. I am super happy about this because it literally means they'll just put fucking anybody in Tekken. Good.
I'm still waiting for Michael Scott, dude. Michael Scott. DLC.
My favorite was It was Negan and then oh man, I'm blanking from Seinfeld.
Fuck.
The picture with the bat. Come on.
Oh, George Costanza.
Yeah, it was Negan versus Costanza.
Yo, I'm fucking down for a grand finals Negan Costanza.
Yeah, dude.
Real quick, the only person in the room who even remotely knows anything about The Walking Dead, like, actually watched it almost in. What is.
There's ghosts outside.
That's okay.
Take a picture of that.
Josh,
You saw
what
right.
do you think about fucking Negan being in Tekken? Does it make you want to play Tekken?
I mean, I think so. I mean, if I'm hearing that Negan isn't any other thing, then I'm down for it. Honestly.
Is it okay? Because I need to ask somebody who actually watches and enjoys that show. Because I'll tell you what, Negan is like the better part of that fucking show.
Yeah.
But that's it. Like.
Yeah, but with everything that's going in the direction in terms of what's been going on The Walking Dead, it just seems like that show might just not a lot of fans are really appreciating what the direction's taking.
Yeah, they keep fucking a lot of shit up, from what I'm hearing. Well, they just been doing that consistently for so long. It just doesn't make sense to me that like this would come out of nowhere. So I wanted to ask you, like, did something big happen where like they're like, yeah, totally cross promo with Tekken? That's a fucking thing.
One thing that you would probably have to ask is Mom, because she's like a huge one.
See, if Mom plays Tekken,
You're right.
Oh,
Top 8. Let's go.
Mom, Phil's mom in top 8. That's
Hell
just
yeah.
her fucking tag.
Phil's mom in top 8 loses in top 32.
Drowns in pools. Still makes everybody dinner. Great mom.
All right, that covers about all the fighting game stuff. Real quick, I like all the characters that have come out for everything, really. Genuinely surprised with G is a lot more fun than I thought he'd be. And from the Dragon Ball characters, I think Goku's Kaioken is really cool. And I think I like Vegeta more, though.
There's some
But-
ignorant shit people are doing with Vegeta.
Yeah, Vegeta's really good.
I saw those loops. I'm gonna
He's
practice
really
them.
good.
I'll only know the loops. I still won't know how to play Dragon Ball, but I'll know how to do the loop. I'll upload that to Twitter. It's like, hey guys, playing Dragon Ball right now.
Yep.
But then I'll turn the game off.
Also, the joke is now real. Like, we need to stop. The people can just play Goku against Goku and it still be a different Goku character.
Yeah.
6 Gokus, dude.
6 Goku
We in there. We made it.
are actually in there.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I tried explaining that to, like, my friends who just don't understand. Because, like, they love DBZ, but they're like, why am I fucking paying $5 for base form Goku? Because, like, in their head,
It's already
it
hard
doesn't
enough
register.
to justify fighting game like buying more characters for fighting games to people when they aren't the same characters you own.
Yeah, they're not.
It's hard enough to say like, yeah, you got to pay another $5 for Bardock, and it's like, yeah, I like Bardock though, so I guess I'll pay the $5. But when you're like, yeah, I have 3 Gokus already, why do I gotta buy the other Goku for $5? And it's like, well, they play differently. It's like, but it's just Goku again. That's the struggle with
yeah, it's
like,
casual.
powering up has been such a big
That
thing
being
across
said-
every single fucking DBZ game.
That being said, though, with Dragon Ball specifically, you can get away with that. Hands down, 100%. Japan just likes base Goku and Vegeta like more. They just like these characters more, and you see all these people complaining. It's like, yeah, why can't I play as Super Saiyan 3 Goku? It's like, well, because that's dumb.
Yeah.
But for somebody who's used to playing Xenoverse and Budokai Tenkaichi, where there's trillions of characters.
Who the fuck turns around and says, yeah, I want to play Cro-Magnon Goku?
I don't have Bio Broly. You don't see me responding to every Arc System Works tweet. That's all I'm saying. I don't have Bojack.
No, you're not getting it.
That sucks. That's a
You might
shame.
get Bojack.
People got cooler. Why can't I get Bojack,
You might
dude?
get-
Yeah, I want Bojack.
Bojack's
I just thought like people got
Trucker
you might get
13.
Bojack.
Let's go.
Janumba.
Speaking of a game that doesn't have Goku in it,
That's every other game besides Dragon Ball.
but more specifically, Smash had a direct. K. Rool is in Smash,
Yeah,
finally.
That's exciting.
Simon
So-
Belmont is in Smash.
Simon Belmont's in Smash.
But more importantly-
this trophy.
Crom is in Smash.
Crom.
Crom, yeah.
Oh, they announced them?
He's an Echo Fighter for Roy, actually, and he has Ike's up B
Ooh.
and Dark Samus.
Alucard's an assist
Ooh,
trophy.
Dark Samus! I've been waiting for that character the whole time!
Shovel Knight.
Echo Fighter for
Shovel
Samus.
Knight. Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight is an assist trophy.
All I'm saying is they better announce Gino or I'm not buying that shit.
So
Gino's not gonna be a character.
Oh, I
They're
know.
gonna make him a
Oh, I
fucking
know.
Gino will be the last character revealed.
Has to be.
100%.
If
I
they
can
do Gino,
guarantee.
I will not be mad about fucking Alucard and Shovel Knight anymore.
Well, here's the thing. I'm like, well, Shovel Knight, realistically, he doesn't have enough for a moveset. And
Bullshit.
but then the guys who make Rivals of Aether was like, today, Max, you will be wrong.
Yeah.
And now Shovel Knight is in Rivals of Aether.
Yep.
So I can kind of deal with him being an assist trophy for now, because that means we'll probably get Shantae as a character, right?
Oh, yeah, give me Shantae, bro. Oh,
okay.
oh, yes.
All right.
Give me Shantae.
All right.
Hey.
All
Give me
right.
Shantae,
Relax.
bro.
Just.
I
Have you ever played those games? They're so fucking good.
So I've always wanted to play Shantae,
They're
but
so
also
good.
they're basically fat fodder now.
Oh,
no.
man.
Yeah,
No.
because unfortunately they made the fish girl have big titties.
No.
What?
That's it. That's
It's
the
about platforming.
No, it's
No.
it's about genies.
No.
About genie titties.
No.
That's all. But that's all the fighting game news. For those who don't care about fighting games, you can tune back in.
We're not gonna talk about that, are we? You don't want to talk about that.
I don't know what we're not talking about.
Grand finals of Smash 4.
Oh Jesus, the Bayonetta
shit
Bayonetta
show.
shit. Oh god.
Yeah, Smash 4 continuing to prove or show me why I can't like competitive Smash.
Right,
But
But
is it the players or was it the community around those players?
it's both.
it's everything. Everyone's at
Because
fault.
the answer is column A and column B.
Because the players are dumb for trying to throw the match, and then the fucking crowd's stupid for booing them every time they're on stage.
So I guess for
The only
some
people I
reason-
side with are those poor Japanese players that are like, man, it sucks that I got eliminated just so I could watch these chuckle fucks not give a shit.
Yeah.
Like,
it was.
I
a
feel for those
complete-
guys.
Like they turn around and
That's
say,
it.
"He was my friend. What did you want me to do? Play!"
Right? I'm saying. Why you split that EVO, man?
Motherfuckers like
You do that shit in the hotel afterwards.
There's a tweet showing, I forget which game it was, but like Panda Global Gaming, that fucking esports team, where it's like the manager's helping other people who got team killed and was like, "Don't worry, you'll get it next time. We're here together as a team." But like team killing is a frequent fucking thing, like
Yeah.
all the time. And,
Were they even on
and
the same team?
motherfuckers don't just stop and like Sonic Fox would fucking turn around and be like, "Yeah, my homie on Echo Fox showed up to DBZ. Guess I got a fucking.
We're gonna
hour."
charge. We're gonna charge until the timer runs out.
Yeah, like. So I guess like first and foremost, the event should have been explained. These two Bayonetta mains got to Smash 4, which apparently in Smash 4 Bayonetta is just broken. She is just flat out.
See,
broke.
that's my thing about the Smash community. There's been broken characters in every fighting game, and like for the past.
Play to win!
Infinity Forever, exactly.
Play to win!
But for some reason, Smash players get this inkling that their community's special.
They're not
and
getting-
They need a bad.
Josh,
they need a bad
I'm gonna stop you
character.
right there. They're not gonna get any inklings until Ultimate.
Well, you know, it was a good podcast. I'll be.
BTFO'd, I'm out of here.
Oh man.
No, but like,
Yeah.
dude, Sagat just got added to Street Fighter V. That's been like one of the biggest problem characters since like fucking 2. Since like CVS.
It's
Okay.
That's a strong boy.
Sagat, OP. He's pretty good. Sagat in Street Fighter 4 Vanilla, his DP did half your health.
Yeah.
CVS 2 Sagat, one of the best characters in the game. Yeah.
I would
He's
just
pretty
like.
character.
I would love.
He's good in 5.
Yeah.
Sagat's just a good character.
I would love for.
He's not busted. Like, how the fuck it's like, oh shit, he threw a fireball. How do I deal with it?
You want to know why people think Bayonetta's busted? Because she actually has moves.
That's
That's fucking it. That's fucking it.
She's a
she
fighting game
actually-
character.
Which is,
That's
you
it.
would think the same would happen with Ryu, but
No.
no, it's nerfed.
Ryu's actually
'Cause
pretty good, though.
Is he good?
yeah, he's actually pretty good.
Yeah, but you have to do inputs.
Oh well, there you go.
Impossibly.
Oh my god, I'll never forget when Ryu got announced and they were like, oh, how do you do the down forward and
Oh, it's so
Shout
sad.
out to the Smash community.
Anyway, I would love for any Smash player complaining about Bayonetta to fight Chrono Phantasma Vanilla Kokonoe and then come back and tell me that Bayonetta is broken. Did you play Kokonoe?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Was he about to clap?
That was the worst. That era was the oof.
Big oops.
I played Joker a lot during that time.
So like, just to gonna close out, my biggest problem is that Smash consistently is always in the cusp. You've got people like D1 and all those people who are absolutely trying to fucking go, and it's not like they're not a viable enough money wise. Like
They're definitely
you
money
do a
guys.
Smash event, you'll make some like that's it. Like if you are a guy who like works in that fucking field, what are you doing?
I'm shielding the chat from the one time that we've ever had those.
This crazy fucking cicadas outside.
It's the Smash players outside.
But at the
Oof,
same time,
yuck,
it's
sorry.
like I have never seen a community
it's almost like every single major I hear about Smash intersecting with other games, there's a problem.
Yeah.
Almost every single major that isn't a Smash.
I would love
even
to-
a Smash major.
I would-
There's an inordinate amount of drama.
I want to
does not
love
happen.
Smash so bad. I've finally gotten to the point where I can play it like casually again and have fun, but it's hard.
Yeah, the community is like toxic, man. It's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
It's like it's on the level of like it's up there with like League and Overwatch. It's
Yeah.
in that echelon of just pure toxicity that is like immense to kind of just sift through, and you want nothing more than to see these people who these a lot of these contributors who've like are in the scene. They've been in the they've done their work, and to see it just fucking like completely go to shit.
Yeah.
For no other reason than, like, the most petty of fucking arguments and insults, and the idea that someone would get a death threat for maining a character someone doesn't like. You don't hear about that with, like, Street Fighter V. People will say, like, oh, you trash, but that's about it. Motherfuckers are actually out there getting doxxed. Like, I think one of the fighters got doxxed because he's also gay. So, like, that was a huge fucking thing for them, too.
Yeah.
And they consistently, it's like, we want to sit there and give, like, for me personally, I want to give Smash clout. But they consistently keep proving to me that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, keep showing up in your big numbers. Yeah, keep making money. You're not doing anything. You're only fucking continuously making yourself look like idiots.
Yeah, you gotta get.
Make a fucking decision.
You gotta.
Grow the fuck up.
You gotta.
What do you got?
I was just gonna say, you gotta earn the Fox McClout. You know, we didn't get it on stream. We gotta get it now.
You know, just
That's
yeah.
Fox McCloud.
But like on that point, dude, I just feel like, well, you have to remember because like a lot of the Smash community is mainly younger, you know, and it keeps getting younger and younger every day. So like,
Well, you look
Them
at
having-
DBZ. DBZ is like the closest we've had to a fighting game
You're
that
right.
is like insanely accessible to, and it appears like it's. I would say it's on the same level right now as in terms of popularity as Smash.
I can agree with that.
It's
Sure.
it's certainly. I mean, you look at like how many fucking entrants it got at EVO.
Yeah.
Because
Insane.
the idea is similar to Smash, where it's like, oh, I know like Mario. I used to play Smash as like a kid. I'll just enter this and see what happens. It's a
Right.
video game tournament.
Right.
And Dragon Ball is kind of the same way, where it's like, yeah, I used to watch Dragon Ball on Toonami. I know Goku. Let me just enter this video game tournament and see what happens.
And it's not like it's something. There's got to be like a fucking documentary that's not the one that was like lauding the fucking Melee players for like an hour and a half. We have to have like some fucking analysts go in and just be like,
Yeah.
this game that actually does take mechanical skill, that actively does incentivize those things, that is now becoming more competitive and is essentially turning from a party game that is accessible to a legitimate fighting game on some level, is still not in the same maturity level for years after the fact.
The problem is, like, it's still in its infancy. Like, still, it's like compared to other like competitive games, it's very young. Not in just in terms of like its audience, but in terms of like, I feel like
Which
even
game is?
Smash, but like now.
I wouldn't say Smash in general,
No, yeah, because
Melee's been popping for a hot minute now.
Right, so like
At this
Street Fighter
point,
2
yeah.
is what, 8 years?
But that's the thing is, it feels like it's still in its infancy, just based off of like those kind of like reactions and how people act around it.
I will say that
It doesn't feel like hardened people who've like been in it for a while and
Right.
everything. You still get such a large amount of.
But the thing, you have to. I honestly think the biggest thing is the top players.
Yeah.
The way the top players act and how like they show themselves on social media, that shit trickles down to their fans. You know, like with like either left in like throwing a tantrum about seeding, or like Mango just fucking like back in the day when you used to just trash talk Hungry Box all the time, and they had that feud going on. Like most of the players starting to clean up their act a little bit, but them acting in those ways in the formative years of Smash has definitely affected the way that how all the players think. There's definitely a sense of entitlement in a lot of ways. Because I remember back when Smash was getting really big in esports, and they started putting up these crazy ass fucking shit like, like I shouldn't have to play in pools. I'm a top player. Why don't you just float me to top 64? Shit like that. Or like, why don't they have like a casual stations for top players to like rest and practice, but like, you know, for whatever. Like all these are like special things that they want for all this shit that they ask for at all these tournaments.
Right.
And like, once people started catching up, like, you know, fuck that shit, that's stupid. You know, top player privilege is a thing, but we shouldn't be like, you know, celebrating that shit. So like, them having the attitude already, but they've come a long way from that. But just them airing that out and for everyone to see definitely had a big effect on how all the Smash players like treat their game, treat other players. Because there's even animosity between like within the game, like from Smash 4 and Melee. They're always like, even though they're fans of the same like genre and the same game, they're still at each other's throats. Like it's the same shit. Like I don't know why there has to be any animosity.
Yeah. It's video games.
Like, you don't see that shit between, like, SD players and Third Strike players. You don't see that shit with, like, Street Fighter 5 players, Street Fighter 4 players.
No.
You know, like,
You don't.
so...
And
A part of it is definitely more so, like... I feel like if you played Street Fighter 4, if you wanted to stay competitive, you moved on to Street Fighter 5. You still like Street Fighter 4, and you still play it on the occasion, but competitively, like, Street Fighter 5 is your option. By like splitting it between this old game and this new game, you're always gonna have the people. It's like, well, I've been here since the beginning, and like this is, it was better when it was Melee, and no other new Smash game will ever match this game that I've been playing for fucking, oh my god, 17 years now.
Woo! Who can relate?
Oof.
right. So
Yikos, dude.
So that's another big thing. It's like sitting there and like Gutex and Mike Ross are like stomping their fucking feet because they can't play Third Strike competitively on the EVO stage anymore. Like, could you fucking imagine?
You know, that's embarrassing as fuck.
Yeah, it's embarrassing to think about. That's super embarrassing to think about. And that people are sitting there and they laud these fucking people. Like, I think Armada's the most like non-fucking toxic player out of that whole crew. I think there was one new fucking guy on top 8 this year. One or two new guys on top 8 Melee.
Yeah.
And it's like, consistently, after that happened, someone came out from EVO staff and made a tweet like, okay, I guess we'll think about bringing Melee back into the year. No, drop it! Let it fuck it!
Melee would be a great game for exhibitions to bring old players back and let them show their stuff off. Because,
Please. Hungrybox afraid he might actually have to learn again.
Yeah, I'm sure new stuff is discovered still for Melee.
Oh hell yeah, of course.
But like new,
video every day.
New substantial like. I mean, there hasn't been like a character mix-up in a long ass time.
Well, 17 years is a lot of time to figure out a game, you know.
Yeah.
And especially like with games like that, where they have a high tech ceiling, where like you have to literally train on that shit.
Yeah.
There's so many variables going into a Melee match. I like to call it like legacy skill. Mm-hmm. So like people who've been playing it for a long time are the ones that are always winning. Mm-hmm. I also feel like a legacy game is also like Tekken. People who've had movement in Tekken, like back in Tekken 3, Tekken 4 days, still play the game today, and they're doing great for themselves. Like Kudan's like just like fucking beasting that shit out. So like I feel like with legacy games, like it's not being shaken up enough where like top 8s like are any different. It was kind of different like for this year because Swedish and Wizrobe made top 8, which is really exciting because they're definitely really good, but they're definitely a top 16 player, you know, not top 8. So it's cool seeing new blood come in. And Wizard got pretty far, but like these shakeups are like almost not even like exciting to watch because they just get digged down by the established players in top 8 already, you know. And Proud of Leffen finally got his win, like finally, after all these years. But like,
what a great note to end on, though, right?
Right?
What an awesome note to close the door on Melee, you know.
Let's watch Hungrybox once again fucking
fly around the stage
and then get fucking punished for it, like an idiot. Like
he missed so many rests in that top 8, and I'm like, oh!
Why does he think that people aren't immediately gonna fuck? Like at this point, your tech is done, and that also leads into the fucking once again, like you said, the legacy thing, dude. That's it. People have found a way to just around your rest, stop, find a new character, or fucking find a new game.
Yeah, like, and nobody played.
Leffen fucking got on it, and he's kind of.
If I saw Falcon in top 8 every now and then I'd be all over Melee, but I don't, so you know what? Cut it. Falcon.
Oh yeah, Falcon made top 8. What do you mean?
Captain Falcon made top
Not
8.
Falco.
Oh,
Falcon. Captain Falcon.
yeah, Captain Falcon. There's 2 of them in top 8. S2J and Wizroad.
Oh shit. Well, I didn't watch that part. I got there late.
This guy.
You know.
But like, it's
Yeah.
in
We'll
a
see.
game where
I think it's
simultaneously.
definitely keep it as a side tournament.
Yeah.
Like definitely. Or like for those Smash only events, have it main stage. Every now and then bring it back.
I mean, I disagree with you guys. But,
Yeah. No.
But like, I think it should still be there. I think they've established themselves as a game to be played. But I just think they need to drop all the entitlement they had when they cut that.
No, you
PC
can't.
events.
And
you can't have one or the other. You have to knock them down a peg and like then go earn your fucking rent back.
make 'em-
Because like,
make 'em home.
I remember back in the day when MLG died, and they were like, oh shit, what's Melee gonna do now? And they came to EVO, that first EVO, and like, they kind of a redemption story, like, give me a sec. I'm trying to remember who was playing. Oh yeah, it was like Wobbles and Hungry Box were playing, and that was back when they were. I think they still do 2 out of 3s now.
Right.
Because Smash wants 3 out of 5 for the whole top 8. That's crazy,
Yeah.
schedule wise. And I remember that first EVO, they were like, first match, Hungry Box versus Wobbles. Wobbles wins 2-1, but Hungry Box was like, what the fuck? We still haven't done a match. But no, it's 2 out of 3. So like, from the beginning, we've had this kind of friction with Smash players because they feel like since they bring in a lot of players, that they have the ability to kind of dictate how they should be portrayed in the tournament,
Right.
Like people are always saying like, why isn't Smash like Melee last or some shit? And I'm like, it's not a Smash tournament. Like, you should be happy we're giving you a pretty good slot.
Yeah.
So like,
Smash is the rich fucking kid
See-
who keeps trying to fucking
I don't
just
know.
be like, no, I want to do this thing.
I don't know.
And we're keeping like, no, you can't just throw money at us. That's not how that works. But apparently it is.
But it's with people.
yeah, it's always just the conflict because like every time that the FGC reaches out to Smash and we, or FGC Smash event, there's always something that the FGC side does wrong. Like we're not Smash, we're not always like fully into the Smash thing, or we do something wrong, or this event did it better, blah 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 blah. And Smash is like, we don't need the FGC, blah blah blah. I'm like, that's cool. That's great. If you don't need us, you don't need to be at these tournaments.
Yeah.
And then they always start these like crazy like witch hunt threads on Twitter, like, they did Smash so bad. How dare they not let us do doubles and triples all on the fucking same day? Blah blah blah. I didn't get to do my fucking 4-party player mode, and all other shit is pulling out. I'm just like, it's not a Smash event. You need to like temper in your expectations.
Right.
Like we have other games there, so because Smash is so used to being the focus of the tournament, because they only run Smash at the Smash events. So we don't have that time. We don't have the resources to give you the whole goddamn kit and caboodle, to like fucking do that shit. So I'm always conflicted because I love watching Smash. Some of the people are great, great people, and like it brings a great energy to like whatever event they're at. But there's, they don't understand that like they aren't the sole focus when you come to an FGC event.
Yeah.
The most telling fucking thing to me is always going to be Guilty Gear has a world tour, Tekken has a world tour, Street Fighter has a world
Smash is getting.
DBZ
I
has a
think with
world tour.
Ultimate, Smash is getting its world tour.
tour. If
I don't
Nintendo...
I don't think Nintendo's ever gonna.
But we said that for 4. We
But-
said 4 was going to be the one they were going to support, and they dropped it like a bad
Nintendo's
habit.
pushing its like versus thing now. Like there is a whole like Nintendo versus thing they've started since like ARMS and Splatoon. I don't think the first Splatoon, but the second Splatoon. And of course, I believe those games are more popular over in Japan. Splatoon, especially, that game is fucking huge. But like, I feel like if they were going to do it with Ultimate being the last Smash game, I think now would be the time. But like, I don't know.
That's the thing. If for a company for so long to want to disassociate itself from the core base, to the point in which Sakurai
the
had
thing is, like,
made
it's
statements
even
about
with
how
all
he-
those people, it's still not the core base. Even as with all these people that like we look at EVO numbers and they're huge, that's not the core like audience still.
No, I understand that, but I'm talking like... But if you're talking about the Smash...
But if you're talking about like
community,
what is the face of your game,
Yeah.
they would represent the face of your game. If you
Yeah.
Google Smash, like you're gonna come up with like tournaments, you're gonna come up with all that sort of stuff. I don't know.
that's the issue.
the game itself, I don't have a problem with. I don't have a problem with it being at any events. I've just stuff that I've seen in person and like horror stories that I've heard. Like, I wish they'd get their act together. That's all.
Yeah.
Just to kind of bring this conversation to a close.
I'd love to bring them in the FGC.
Yeah, but
I'd
it's
love
like,
to feel like.
But even if they don't feel like it's best for them, then just start doing more of your own events, and whatever works.
Have a goal. If the goal is to assimilate, play by the rules. If the goal is to do your own thing, more power to you.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah.
But you can't have both.
Yeah.
You cannot have both. Fuck off.
Yeah, you can't take over. You can
You're not
do your own
going
thing
to.
or like just
DBZ
become help
exists
out.
now. That's it, homie.
DBZ is forever, All right.
What time is it?
It's time for you to get along.
8:22.
8:22. Too long enough, I think.
I guess we'll just talk.
Were there any other major news things?
Yeah.
Real quick, lightning round.
Lightning round. Monster Hunter World finally released on PC, and guess what? It's breaking all the fucking records on Steam right now.
Everyone bought it.
Everyone bought it.
Everyone and you bought it. You at home.
Not running great for some people. It's running good for others. The online's fucked up because of Denuvo. Who would have guessed? But other than that, it's still like tracking super hard, which makes those fucking advertiser numbers really like the. I guess there was a meeting pretty recently between some investors who were like, we don't know if MHW is gonna have legs. Literally the most successful fucking game in the entire franchise, and investors still aren't happy enough.
Yeah.
Fuck Japanese investors. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Well,
I just don't know.
the game that I forced myself to buy on PS4, NEP in VR, is coming out on PC.
There it is.
NEP to the future,
Oh god.
So I'm gonna have to probably rebuy that.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Other than that, besides fighting and stuff, not a lot of new stuff really happened.
Oh, we didn't fucking. I still have to show the trailer.
Oh, of Doom?
boy.
QuakeCon's happening.
Oh,
Doom
no, is that
Eternal.
right now?
Yeah, it's literally right now. Doom Eternal footage got shown. Didn't think that they were going to take that game, because Doom 2016 was easily like one of my favorite games of all time. Holy shit!
Well, we won't do it on the pod. I won't watch it on the
Yeah, on the
podcast just
podcast,
because of
afterwards.
all the fucking troubles that would pose at this point. But no, I'll check it out. I've heard grappling hooks and shit are involved. Air dashes.
Air dashes.
Titanfall Doom, I guess.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, I can't think of much else, so I think that's gonna be it.
All right.
Hey, shout outs to Yaz. How do you say it?
Yaysian?
Yaysian. Like
You've heard me say
Yaysian.
it so many times now.
Oof. Bad
you know,
friend.
it goes.
I'm sorry.
That's why Josh stays.
Our
That's why
personalities
Josh
are
stays
literally
and
our
you.
names.
Josh watches anime and he knows how to say his name. You're done, Phil. That's
Yeah,
it.
so
Fuck. That's
Yeah.
it.
I'm pretty cultured.
Yeah,
Shout outs to this boy.
yeah.
It can't be as bad as that one tourney where they called me Yaysian.
Yaysian.
See, that's what fucked me up. I think that's what fucked me up, because I heard that and I go, oh, that's how you say it. And I just so follow this boy
Yeah, hit me up on that Twitter,
on
bro.
that Twitter.
The Yaysian.
You're Yaysian on everything, right?
Yeah.
Twitch, Twitter.
Matt, give us a little
Follow us,
clap.
Good clap.
Josh, say some really profound shit.
Solid. This might be one of our best. You know what?
That's pretty good.
Another episode of Slightly Ethnic gone by. What did we come up with?
I thought it was surprisingly.
Surprisingly ethnic. That's it.
Surprisingly ethnic.
I know we've had some weird audio issues. I'm going to try and fix it for the uploaded version for YouTube. Thank you, everybody, for bearing with us. Coming down the pipeline, I've seen the script for Detroit. It's good. Look forward to that video coming out on the channel. We'll be continuing Resident Evil, one of them. at some point. I'll continue
be 6.
Breath of the Wild. And did you start anything up on the channel at all? You haven't been able to stream recently.
No, I haven't. But okay, so I'm gonna try.
We're playing DFO. What are you talking about?
We're gonna be playing some DFO. So we're gonna have chill on purpose. That's what I've just called it. Whenever we decide we want to play games that we want to fucking veg out to.
One-off stuff, you know?
Yeah. So chill on purpose will have a fucking Monster Hunter World DFO Destiny 2. But for actual games, I got gifted Yakuza 0 on PC.
Nice.
Are you finally gonna play it?
I
What
think
a good game.
I'm gonna finally play it.
Spend the whole time in the karaoke bar, please.
Yes. Just. So good. Alright, well, I guess everybody, it's a beautiful Friday night, but y'all
Yeah.
look pretty tired. Go take a nap.
I'd say theory. Don't take a nap. Go.
No, you don't get it.
For the show is
Not a
NHE.
podcast. It's called nap.
Oh,
Yikes.
shoot.
Oh,
Oh,
end
no.
it, that's it.
Oh,
Turn it
man,
off.
there's so much egg on my face.